I'm going to design the lighting for this kitchen in 10 minutes. You think I can do it? Well, stick around, let's see. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm going to show you the steps I go through, what you need, lay it out, and off you go. Laying them out is easy. Choosing the right ones, not so much. If you want more help with your lighting, like choosing brands and different price points, check in the description. I got you covered. Today, aside from killing ants, we're on a mission. Today the mission is to see if we can create a lighting plan for this soon-to-be kitchen in 10 minutes.
Who's with me?
It's hot, I'm tired, and in 10 minutes I gotta jump on a call with this arrogant engineer to figure out the latest objection from Collier County. So, we're gonna get this done in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes. This seems to happen a lot with lighting plans. People wait till the last minute or till the electrician is there with wires, or he's coming on Monday and I need to know where the lights are gonna go. Don't wait till the end. Don't wait till the last minute. You want to know where your lights are going to go. You want to have time to think about the fixtures that you're going to put in the room and maybe change your mind. It does happen. When the permits finally do come in, the electrician's going to be one of the first guys in here pulling all new wires. So I want him to know where stuff is going. I want him to have a quick time of it so that I can get back in here. So those are the stakes. I'm going to go get my timer. If I can get this done in 10 minutes with the threat of a really unpleasant phone call at the end, you can do this too.
Let's go!
Now on to the plan. I've got a plan of the kitchen. I've got elevations from the kitchen designer with measurements. I know where stuff is gonna go, so it's gonna help me to choose my lights. I got different colored pens so that when I mark up these plans and I go back to the computer, I'm gonna know which kinds of lights. So do I want a gimbal? Do I want a regular downlight? Do I want a small one? Do I want a big one? This helps. So let's get the timer and get to it. There we go. First up, you got to gather your plans. So I've got here my elevation drawings with all the measurements on it, all the cabinetry. I've got my floor plan from my plans from the engineers, and I've got any other notes about built-ins, the size of the hood, all of that information. So you want to have all of the plans associated with the space. Anything that's built in that might be in the way, know where it is. Have the dimensions. Knowing how you're going to use the space will better enable you to light it. For instance, I know cabinets are going to come out, this entry is getting close to about here, over here. Can you see that? So we're losing about 2 feet. So the cabinets come out to, I don't know. I do know because I have the plans. The cabinets come out to, let's see. He's going to make me do the math. So these cabinets over here are going to run to about 12.5 feet, which is about right here. And then we'll have about a foot before the door so I can have some trim. When you're planning cabinetry and all that kind of stuff, remember that door and window casings have width. So I have 4-inch casings going around these doors. I want to leave room for not only the casing to show and not butt right up against the cabinetry, but a little bit of casing, a little bit of wall paint, then the cabinets start. So consider how thick your trim is, how wide your trim is when you're planning out your measurements and you're getting really exact. All right, so I know I've got a run of cabinetry here, and then I'm gonna run cabinets to about 18 inches. This is my fridge over here. Fridge low, 27-inch cabinet, 30-inch stove, 27-inch cabinet, and then I have the corner cabinet. I have this monster sink, and then I've got 2 uppers, and open shelves on either side for display. I've got dishwasher, trash, and 2 more cabinets for drawers. The island is here, 4 feet off this way, 4 feet off that way, so 6 feet off the walls, because I've got 2 feet for cabinetry, 4 feet for clearance, same thing on the back wall. So how do you figure out where your lights go? Once you have your plan, I assume that's because you've gone through your routines. You know how you cook. You know who's cooking. You know who's going to be in the kitchen with you, and you've laid it out correctly. And if you haven't, you can call me up. You can get a consult. We can go through those plans and make them right. I do that, but I lost my train of thought. Okay, so how do we light this space? So we've got the plan. I know my routine. I know I'm basically the cook. I've got a big island. I want seating around it. I know how we behave. I know how many dishes I have, how many pots and pans. I've done my inventory. So the easiest thing to do is to first place your fixtures, because they are the jewelry. They are the thing that's going to show. When people walk in here from the entry hall, they're going to go, ooh, look at that pendant. They're not going to look at my recessed lights. They're going to see this pendant hanging over the island. So I know I'm going to have either a single linear pendant, which is what I'm leaning towards, or I have an 8-foot island, probably 3 smaller pendants or 2 bigger pendants. You have to think about, it's 8-foot length. I want the pendants to sit in at least 20 inches or so from each end. So if someone's working down there or someone's sitting on this end and they stand up and lean over, the pendant's not right here and going to hit them in the face. So if I come in 20 inches on each side, that's 40 inches. That's just about 4 feet. That gives me about 4 feet for how many pendants I'm going to hang, or a single pendant. There's a couple I like, bicycle glass, Mulan lighting. I got your number. But there's a couple of pieces that I like. So I'm thinking 1 linear pendant. So I'm going to need 1 junction box here. Now I've got this big window here, and there was a recessed can above the window. This is not going to be a window anymore. It's going to be just to pass through to the dining area. So it's not going to have the glare issue that this one had. But there's a lot of wall space, and we're not raising the headers. That concrete guy's got enough of my money. So what I'm thinking is maybe either a small pendant hanging from there that hangs over and directs light down here, or a sconce with an articulating arm that comes down here. This is a concrete wall. It's something I have to consider. The short pendant might be a good idea. I got to keep that in mind. Okay, now another option for fixtures is I've got a hood right here. I've got 1 upper over there, and then I've got the fridge with an upper over there. So I've got about 24 inches on either side of the hood. I could do a sconce on either side, but then I'm talking about 1 here, 1 there, 1 boom, boom. Starts to get a little complicated. So that's my dilemma with the fixtures. But let's get to the recessed lighting, because that is the challenge for today. We're going to lay out the recessed lights regardless of the fixtures I've spoken about. This one will be the only one. Nah, those two too. Regardless of where the fixtures are going, I'm going to lay out recessed lights for today and get a plan going, because I don't know when my permits will come through, if ever. But when they do, I do not want to hold up the electrician. He will be the first person in here pulling all new wires. I want him to know where every electrical socket I want is, in every closet, in every pantry, at what height. Be specific. If you don't tell them, what they're going to do is code, and that's every 6 feet, 8 feet on a run of walls. Be specific. We have countertop here. I'm running to about here. Then we're going to have a wall that comes out over here with our pantry wall along here. I'm thinking 1, 2 cans, possibly a third here. Eliminate all the chaos of too many fixtures, so that would be 3. Then I've got under cabinet lighting over here, so I think 4, 5. Oop, don't touch the wires. Over here on this wall, I'm planning on doing a pantry. So I will have some light within the cabinets, but I also want to have some light hitting the cabinets. Some gimbals, really small, like a 1-inch adjustable bulb that can hit the wall. Now when you look for those adjustable bulbs, think 70s, think 90s, whenever bad eyeballs were in. A lot of the less expensive adjustable trims, especially when they get in the small sizes, when you adjust the trim, it will hang below the surface of the ceiling. We want to avoid that. We want to keep the bulb and the tilt hidden. What did I have? I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 along here, And then as I get to here, by the fridge is going to be here, and then I'm going to have another cabinet here going into the hallway. I'm thinking about doing one right around here to sort of light this area. So that was 6. Behind you, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that are going to light the path into this room and into the living room, and then I'll have 2 more on the walls in the living room. If you are looking for recessed lighting brands that fit the bill, I've got a whole list of them. The link's in the description if you're interested. So we've got all our lights laid out. We've got our possible fixtures. Now we want to think about accent. Don't forget about your accents. Over here, I've got 2 uppers, and then I've got an open shelf on either side. What I'm going to do is under cabinet lighting, under all of the cabinets and the 2 lower shelves, and on the 2 upper shelves for display, I'm going to do LED uplighting, so it will light the ceiling in here. I'm also going to have LED light there and lights within the pantry. Think about your accent lights. When you look at a spectacular place, when you go into a cool store, it's the accent light that gets you every time. The other stuff is just to get the job done. The accent light is to make it feel really special and to highlight really important parts of what you want to show off in the kitchen. Like for instance, over here, if I do the 2 sconces, I saw a couple that were like 40 watts a piece, the equivalent of an incandescent 40 watts. They're like 4 watts LED. They won't give me enough light to work on the counter next to the stove. However, keep in mind your hood always comes with LED lights. This hood I think has 3 lights in it, or the blower has 3 LED lights, probably somewhere around 2,000 lumens just from that. So these 2 lights on the side aren't going to give me a lot of light. They're more for decoration and jewelry, so that if I did both the can and the sconce, it wouldn't be overkill. I might not use them at the same time. I might put them on dimmers. You have options. I like that. And I know I'm not being exact here, and that's really okay, because there's joists up there, there's beams, there's ductwork. We're going to have to tweak it a little bit one way or another. It's okay. It's all right. They can make it all line up. Do not panic. The symmetry can be achieved. Okay, so I think that's it. Got the 2 lights on the wall here that are gimbals, that are directional lights that will hit my pantry. Lights in there. Boom, done. Let's see what time I got. Come on now. Do you see that? Now you notice as I started to put the recessed lights up and the fixtures, you start to go, I don't know, maybe I changed my mind. That's normal. Do not beat yourself up about making changes. You gotta see it, you gotta think about it, you gotta check out what else is out there. But eventually you gotta make a decision. So revisit the plans, adjust your fixtures, adjust your recessed lights until you get it right. Choose those lights and then you can finalize stuff. Now I wanna think about how I'm gonna move through the space. So I know my doorway's over here. I'm gonna close this space in a little. I've got a concrete wall over here. If you've ever been in a house that has switches or outlets on concrete, you know it's like fudging the construction. It's not a good idea. So I have a new wood wall that's going here, so we can put the switches for everything will be here. To light my path this way, to light my path 1, 2, 3, 4, those cans around. I'll have another switch that controls that one in the corner will also come on. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has lit my path to what will be my next switches down the lane to the bedroom. So this is a 3-way, which means this light controls these lights, and that switch, this switch, don't touch it. This switch controls whatever lights it's supposed to control, and it's also controlled somewhere else. That's a 3-way switch. 2 ways, your regular switch, light, that's it. You also want to think about, I know my stove is going here, I know I have an outlet here. I want to make sure that my electrician pushes the outlets on either side of the stove as far away as he can so that they're less unsightly right next to the stove. And that's it. So now I'm going to take this back to the computer, put all my little marks on there so that it's readable for the electrician, make lots of notes, make them in red so they're visible. You cannot overemphasize, overstate, or over ask for what you want. Document it, make it clear, pretend that you're dealing with an alien from outer space that does not understand our language, our customs, or anything, and explain yourself as well as you can so that you get what you want, because
just about everybody works in a post office as an alien.
I will walk you through it on the computer, show you how to do it on Canva so that you can generate a readable plan, not this one, that you can give to your electrician, to your contractor. You can share with them, this is where I want them, this is the sizes I want, this is the function, so go find the right lights. So you should tune in, subscribe, do all the things. Let's go. And don't forget about the lighting guide. If you're interested, down in the comments, check it out. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.